host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for showing up, stopping by, that jazz. Okay. I was out and about last night and waking up today feeling dizzy. It's my own fault. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into Libra's reading. Not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. I don't want to put any judgment into the cards right now. I just want to see what is panning out for us. Okay, I like this. So first card out, we have the Magician. It's all about believing in yourself right now. If you want to get certain things done, they're going to get done. Not just that, with the Magician card here, people could be pulling on your energy at this time, or you are vividly remembered at this time. There's so much that you want to accomplish with the Magician energy. The power is coming back to you. The power is coming back to you in relationships, contracts. For some of you, if you want to get a car, a loan, a house. So wherever your belief is settled in right now, you can get it accomplished. It's not to say like, oh, you're going to snap your fingers and it's just going to appear in front of you, but it does look like it might become very easy to set aside your money, what you want, your actions, your vitality, your emotions to get it done at the end of the day. It's almost giving rags to riches, but it could be in different aspects of your life. So of course it could be in finances, it could be in terms of your confidence, your emotional space, your growth, whatever growth is for you. Okay. We have the Three of Swords and we have the Five of Swords, of course. While you are over here being the Magician, of course, of course. So let's jump into the Three of Swords. There have been certain things that have been distracting you. Now, I'm not going to say it's been hurting you. I feel like a lot of Libras are healing at this time, just like the Magician card says. But with the Three of Swords, this is going on around you. Before I started this reading, I was picking out which tarot deck to use, and one of my tarot decks fell, and my immediate instinct or my intuition was just like, when you're leaving and picking certain things that you want to do for you, for the group, whatever, whoever you leave behind, they're disheveled. Hello. I am not a mother, but unfortunately I will probably have to put the chat on mute on my end just so I can focus on the reading. So sorry, but when I tried to do the Virgo reading the other day, there's like a lot of disruptions that came through. So I just want to make sure that this message gets to who it's for. So again, going from one circuit to the next in my brain. So getting back to this Three of Swords. This Three of Swords, these are people around you. People feel hurt that you're not around. People feel, notification on my end, people feel some kind of way and they're kind of left to put the pieces back together in certain circumstances. Now, if this is you, Libra, I feel like it's just old wishes, old things that you want. Like say for instance, you wanted to live near the beach. Maybe you thought family would be different, so on and so forth. You're going to be finding different remedies to help this heartache to a certain degree. For others of you, this is deep-seated trauma. You're finding different ways to not so much get over it, but see it for what it is and heal. Not just the cookie cutter, oh, I'm healing. You could find a teacher coming up who is on your side. You could have a new community that comes in, new friends that come in that really help push this forward in terms of healing. Now, there's something about 3. Now, you could have had different family members, you know, sets of 3. If somebody like passes away, it happens in sets of 3s. I do feel like it is over. While you were going through this healing phase, then this 5 of Swords energy came up out of nowhere. You know, winning at all costs, even if they come off as, that was my shoulder, even if they come off as an asshole. Yeah, everybody goes through something. Yeah, everybody has grief, everybody has pain, but I feel like you swerve this, and or if it did land to a certain degree, your mind now is separating their actions and what actually happened. Somebody tried to throw you under the bus, or maybe there was a cycle for you guys where people kept trying to throw you under the bus. And then it brought up all of these old wounds from childhood. So this is something that you most likely thought of during the Mercury retrograde in Cancer. There's just so many things that came up where you're trying your best. You put belief in people. You put your heart into certain situations, and they just gave you this. You cannot control other people, and that's a hard lesson. But once you swallow that hard pill, I mean, you can't really go back, you know? This 5 of Swords energy, it does feel like it's around, but you're not playing into it anymore. You just have new mature eyes that want to see outside of the box. And you will. Saturn in the 7th house will be exonerating you again. Whoever threw you under the bus, they are shown as abusive. They're seen as abusive. They're seen as the tyrant that they are at the end of the day. If somebody really did you dirty a few years ago, I also feel like all of that is coming back around now that Saturn is in your 7th house. Now, what I am getting is you probably won't hear about this until way later. Whatever that way later is, it could be a few days, a few weeks, it could even be years down the line. Saturn just wants you to focus on not being hurt anymore. If you're in a relationship, 10 of Swords, where they keep driving these swords into you, it's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time for you. And the thing is about belief, it doesn't weigh a gallon of water. Belief literally feels like an ounce of time. But it's you believing in yourself to get out of this mess. 10 of Swords, you've been through it. Suffering is not a virtue. Suffering, yes, we all go through it, but it looks like now it's time for you to learn to never go back to this. And I mean never go back to this. Now, this is solidifying for some of you who are already out of situations, and for others of you who still find yourself in these 10 of Swords situations. Now it's all about divine timing. Even though it is very hurtful, it's coming through as you know what this is? Somebody at the end of the day that is stealing your time. There is nothing more valuable than time. So I do feel like when it comes down to the timeline is going to either let you skip a line with certain things, or there's something that you have in your mind where there is going to be a way out. And do you take it? It looks like you have no other choice. So this is something, and it can literally come out of the clear blue is what I'm getting. So Lilith, I believe, is going into Capricorn, and then it goes into Aquarius. So your house of pleasure, your house of kids, the house of learning, the house of curiosity to a certain degree, and just feeling bright and in the sun with Pluto there as well. You get to see where you haven't been having fun. You haven't been prioritizing yourself. Now, as well, what I'm getting is this could also be the prices going on around you. Things are so expensive. They keep draining your heart energy. They just keep draining you. But I do feel like if you are an advocate, if you keep pushing your agenda forward for not just yourself, but for other people in this circumstance, and it's not even people pleasing because you're fighting the good fight. It is what it is. People don't want you to fight the good fight, but The eclipse season, to a certain extent, is going to have you see where you are in life, what level. And I want to use big quotations because there's no room to compare. There's no time to compare. It's just time to not waste any more time. All you have is time, and if you've had certain people pass away around you, it's like they're nudging you from the other realm to wake up a little bit, where it's just like, hey, you're still here. Hey, you still have a divine mission. For some of you, what I'm getting is, if you have been so traumatized to always rely on someone else, it's time to heal the codependency. That's what Saturn's coming in to heal. And it's going to be easier, actually, than you may particularly realize. Because with Saturn, Saturn is exalted with Libra. So even though some people are just like, oh, it's Saturn retrograde, karma's going to be coming for other people, I feel like Libra is the sign that's safe. Because Libra is like the water sign of the air signs. And Saturn is the water sign in terms of law, in terms of universal law. So anyone who's just like, oh, I hope this, and especially if you didn't do anything wrong, or there was just miscommunications, and or if you go back to the beginning of a connection, you can also easily see coming up where this Five of Swords came from. You, them, so on and so forth. This could have stemmed from childhood, so on and so forth, but you will be able to see all of this clearly coming up. Do not mind my nails. I'm gonna paint them again. Also, I will be coming back tomorrow for a Libra love reading. So for sure, this is the general, but what I'm channeling right now needs to be channeled. It needs to be discussed. It needs to come out. So thank you for your patience, and potentially see you back here tomorrow for a love reading. I'm still not done. Don't worry, I'm not done with the reading yet. Okay, Tower. This is the solar eclipse that's going to be coming up. So the cycles are going to be the solar eclipse in Leo and then Pisces. This for me as a tarot reader, I don't even know any other tarot reader who reads the Tower card as Pisces, but I do. Okay, so you could have Pisces in your chart somewhere, Saturn energy, Mars energy, I'm not sure, rising moon, so on and so forth. With the Tower card here, it's now time to believe and focus on your health. Shazam is what I'm getting. I don't think other people see your confidence coming. I don't think they're... But you also have a plan. The Tower card is universally planned, and if the divine, if Saturn is whispering in your ear certain things that you need to understand about your success, it's going to start bringing it your way. We have the World card. Okay. Twin. Just kidding. So with the World card here, some of you could start an online business. Some of you could... I'm also kind of like hiding the card over here because she is undressed, but I don't want to draw on my cards. I don't feel the need to do that. Certain censorship is understandable. Others, it's just like, no, you're just trying to police people, and I just don't agree with that. But either way, when it comes down to the World card here, I think you will be pleasantly surprised with the shocks that start to come your way. You know what I'm also getting? Anyone that has embarrassed you in terms of a relationship that you were in recently, I feel like it's all coming back around on them, and it's forcing you to also see where you need to bring the Tower into your life. You need to take command. You need to really start waving this magic wand around. So some of you right out the gate, you already know that you're in this magician energy. For some of you, here we go. We're walking into it. What else with this World card energy? What else is going on here? We have the Page of Pentacles. So there are some loving individuals that are trying to slowly make their way into your life. But with the Page of Pentacles and the World card here, you and them also need baby steps. These new friends need to understand your baby steps. Maybe for some of you, you came off a little strong. You got Scorpio in your chart. Or you got water in your chart. You came off a little too strong. But now it does feel like once people kind of sit with words, sit with the things that you have done for other people, people are excited with what you will create coming up. If you are creative to any extent, whether it be writing, you're in tech. We're back. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to do something else, but I guess I will hurry up with the reading. I don't want to hurry up with the reading, but if the internet keeps going in and out, there's only so much I can do. So with the Page of Pentacles here, if you are being honest with yourself, for some of you, you do feel like you're in a Page of Pentacles situation, but you are no longer at the Ace of Pentacles. You're no longer at the Five of Pentacles. You are a page. You know what you're doing. For some of you, you have rebuilt your life from all of this mess. The Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Tower, the Ten of Swords, and where you are right now, the spirit world is exonerating you again. Saturn finds favor in Libra, and it's going to leave a lot of people confused. Wow. Okay. So if you're dealing with Capricorn energy, it's either